everybody is doing well. Welcome to my channel, that's Antoine. I'm a photographer in Seoul, and today we are going to spend some time in a horse race track. I don't know how you call that. We call that in French hippodrome, which is a place where people bet on a race with horses. I'm with Nicolas. You can find him directly on Instagram. We have a cloudy sky today, so I think it may end up mostly in black and white. I already got 2 or 3 pictures that might be very interesting. So welcome into the video and enjoy. What is he doing? Oh my god, he got injured so much. I don't know what he did, but it's kind of crazy. I feel like I've got very nice ones. I took more or less 4, 5, 6 pictures in the same way. I know it gets a little bit harder to get something a little bit more original, just to not have always the same thing over and over. There's always like inspiration coming on the way, but it's not as easy as it looks like. Let's keep going. Today we'll be with the Nikon Z6. I have with me the 1430 f4, which is way enough for what I want, because I will stay more or less at between f8 and f13 just to optimize the quality of my pictures. And I will stay at like 1/250 of a second with ISO 400 just to get enough speed and light on my pictures, and it should be enough since the light will not change drastically during the shoot. And also, just in case, I got with me the famous 81 1.8 that I might use maybe a little bit later, but for now I want something a little bit more dynamic with the people going around and betting on what horse will win. Best advice I can give you for this kind of places, but it's good also for street photography, is to shoot with the tilt screen. As long as you feel like you are just looking around and taking pictures on silent mode without the rolling shutter, when it's like natural light, of course, because with artificial light it may be harder, but then you are invisible to anyone. But always remember to get interesting footage, like this girl right here. Ouais. Ah ouais, putain, c'est pas grave.
T'aimes bien le fait qu'il soit électrique.
Ouais, ça fait un peu. Vas-y. Bon, c'est la même chose que le haut, quoi. Si, ça permet de donner un peu de perspective de forme. We just went outside just to get like a little bit more, just more landscape, a little bit more open. Nicolas is obsessed with a hat. Every time you see a hat, there's like opportunity for pictures. There's already like interesting things to take in pictures. Another tips for you is to wait for the race, because there is like not a lot of tour, but when the race is happening, everybody is like extremely focused on the event. So that's the best time for you to take pictures. And so I was like trying to sneak around someone that looks kind of like a Yakuza. Kind of scared to take pictures of him because you never know how they can react and you don't want to bother them too much. But during the race, he didn't care at all. I could just take some pictures around, but it's still pretty hard, so I was just faking to go down here taking pictures. So I'm just faking like I'm going down, taking some landscape like most people would do, and when I'm done, I'm just going back with the camera in my hand with the wide angle and trying to focus silently with the electric shutter. And it works well. let's switch a little bit. I will take the 85mm and we will see what we can end up doing with it. I'm wondering if I can get more like details, obviously, kind of pictures, like very close-up of newspaper, hands, jewelry, like this kind of stuff, and maybe having a little bit more background with the city on the back. We will see what we can do, but I already got plenty of wide-angle pictures, so I think it's time to change a little bit. I just wanted you to have a look of these spots with some photography, to have something a little bit more original than what we are used to see. But that was pretty cool. So yeah, I kind of want to go back another time just to try different things with like a very, very hard sun. It was very cloudy, but I think for black and white it can end up pretty good. And now it's starting to rain, so I think it's time for me to end here. And I'll see you next time for another video. That was Antoine. Ciao.